And good morning, everybody. It is Fabulous Friday featuring Vicki Meigs. Now, Vicki, I haven't known you for a very long time. However, I love your energy and I love it when I do get to spend time with you because we do similar stuff in that we like to help people.
Oh, yeah.
And we work in slightly different ways, and I find what you do really fascinating. So, Vicki, take it away. Tell us about you. Tell us what you do.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm Vicki Meigs, and I am the founder of Rooted and Real Healing and Self-Discovery. I am a soul alignment coach, and basically what that means is that I help people really hone in and identify who they are at a cellular level, so that they can feel more aligned with their decision making, with their life, feeling more confident, and just honestly like being able to experience life in a more robust manner, right? Where we don't feel unfulfilled, where we feel fully satisfied. And so I use a lot of different modalities. Some of them is like energy work and vibrational healing, which is a beautiful modality. But I've recently kind of integrated into this beautiful tapestry three really cool modalities, one being numerology, another being human design, and another being Enneagram. And when we kind of like look at those beautiful threads and how they intertwine, it is just such a gorgeous, 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 like 3D representation of who you are that's like filled with such beautiful possibility and potential. And this is the work that I love doing most with couples and individuals, just really helping them to see like who they are and getting them to embrace that and live fully into it.
I love that. I love that. And I'm fascinated by numerology because
Cool.
the numbers, they do come up for me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The number 4,
Yeah.
not necessarily so much now, but it's like all my children born on the 4th, they've got the four
Ooh,
in there.
okay.
And I'm like the 22nd of January. And then there's like all my dogs being born on the 4th as well.
That's
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And then I had something very dramatic happen to me on the 4th of February, which was my really bad car accident when I was like 23.
yeah.
All good things. So I know the number 4 is a big one for me.
4 is all about like building strong foundations and getting structures in place that allow like the beauty of you to flow, right? It's kind of like that divine masculine that gets to like hold. It's like the banks of the river that allows the river to flow. So I don't know. I think that's a beautiful message for you.
Okay, interesting. So it's like the foundation.
Yeah.
And then and then ones. I mean,
Always.
so many
Yep.
11s. It's like I'll wake up and it's 7:11. I go to my hit, look at the time, and it's always like 8:11 or 4:11 or 9:11.
Oh, how about that? Yeah. Yeah. Well, and those the ones and 11s, they're all about that like new beginnings and that regenerative and like being able to bring that new beginning in service to others as well. So that's such a beautiful thing, which is kind of exactly what you do. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, so
you get people to start off with a fresh slate, right? Like to start fresh. I love that.
yeah, but I can see how you doing that with couples. You just mentioned that you do this with going to start doing this with couples. You're doing it already. So it's so that would be like really interesting so that they can understand each other better on cellular level. So tell me more about that. Tell us
Oh
more.
my gosh, it is so gorgeous, like the work that I get to do with couples. Right now, I'm primarily focusing on like premarital and newlywed couples, and they're still happy and filled with possibility and love. But I think it's so important, especially for young couples today, because they've seen it like they want to just do it better than the way that their parents did it previously, right? Because not for nothing, but many of us are products of divorce, right? Like many are they've experienced their parents just kind of staying together, but not in a love and compassionate and passionate, caring relationship. So today's couples kind of just want to do it like better, but they also want to look for like guarantees that it'll work, right? Because they're waiting a little bit longer to get married, and they want to have it all, right? Like they want to have their business, they want to be financially sound, they want to be able to travel, and also they want a partner and a family to be able to share all of this with. But like, how do you do that? Like, how do you create that kind of foundation? Well, it is kind of beautiful with the numerology, and then when you overlay that with some elements of the human design and Enneagram as well. I teach couples like who they are, like what their what their spiritual fingerprint actually is. We just call it their soul blueprint through numerology. So they get to learn and understand and appreciate their spiritual codes for themselves. And then when you get to understand yourself that much better, then you can kind of look at your partner and really honor them and who they are as well. So when both partners learn who they are, they get to see each other for the beauty and the glory of this person that is in front of them and all of their aspects and all of their layers. And then two, we work on like, okay, so based on those codings, like how do we help to support and honor each other? How do we help to uplift each other? How can we tell when like one of our partners is like not at 100%? How do we help support them and get them back up there and really honor the commitment of this huge relationship to each other? So it's really just I don't know, it's this beautiful synergy of just like understanding yourself. And the more you grow and fall in love with yourself, the easier it is to fall in love with this partner of yours and truly see and honor all of the aspects of them.
I love that. I love that. So what I'm hearing is that you're helping them become more self-aware.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And actually, as you say, their partner, and so they can really respect each other.
Yeah. Yes.
They might be slightly different. So it's like come from different models of the world, but actually we have this love. This is our core thing. And I think that's just so sweet. That's just lovely.
Yeah,
and it's so beneficial for young couples, giving them, because we all have that hope when we're in a marriage, and then it's so sad when it goes not quite.
But it goes south, right? And through this process, not that I've experienced this with any of my couples thus far, but through this process too, it's easier to tell earlier on, like, oh, you know what, maybe this actually isn't my person, right? Like maybe I was just kind of in love with being in love, but this isn't the person that I want to be with. But having that self-awareness and having that mutual respect for that partner, it makes it easier for both partners to see that too. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who are in love with the idea of being in love, and
and
then it's like, is this it?
Oh wait. Exactly. Because most couples are so worried about like their wedding day, right? Like it's about their wedding day and the beautiful dress and the venue and the flowers and all the things. But like, I don't know. I feel like I get to give them their happily ever after. So
yeah, you're very godmother.
Yes.
And then you said sound. Now I know you have some sound bowls.
I do. I love them. They're actually next to me on the floor over here because I'm preparing. I'm preparing for an event this evening, actually in Holly Springs. So
can we play?
Yes. I'll grab one. All right, so I've got my big beautiful bowl. This is my sacral. This is my sacral bowl. My bowls are attuned to chakras, as opposed to the solfeggio, I think is how you say that, frequencies. So yes, I love it. And you have a.
Well, I do have a little bowl, but it's and it's my good friend got it. I'm not very good at it. I'm really not very good at it, am I? Oh, there you go.
There, see, that's beautiful.
It is.
This is a little deeper. Can you hear that tone? You might feel it if you like close your eyes and feel into it. You might feel it down in the bottom of your belly. Can you feel it in there?
Oh yes. Oh yeah, vibrating.
It does. It does. And it just kind of recalibrates your energy. It's really beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. When you get to feel all of them. I have a full set of 8 of them and a whole bunch of other instruments over there too. You can see maybe. No, it's just out of reach.
I know, but that's okay. It just makes it really cool. So what brought you into doing this? How come what led you to do what you do?
Well, I was a teacher. I was a public school teacher for like 20 years up in the Philadelphia area. And then after that, we moved down here and I was a youth director for a number of years. And I've always been fascinated like with spirituality and things like that. And then I don't know, I guess the people in your group understand when I say the word spiritual awakening, right? I had this insane like spiritual awakening where like I literally like saw my soul like dancing in front of me, like this beautiful white flame. And it showed me like it was so big and so filled with love that it would like enter a room before I even got there. And then it kind of cut to like a new scene where it was like almost like a dry leaf, just like, I don't know, kind of like flitting in the breeze. And it was kind of like, okay, I need to start honoring my soul and my gifts and following my intuition, or like literally my soul is going to die. And so I started going down these like rabbit holes of things. It started out with like learning, not quite Reiki, but like I became like a chakra alignment practitioner and a chakra healing practitioner, and then a spiritual coach and all these things. And I found like I just discovered that I had like all of these gifts of like channeling and receiving messages and like angelic healing. I have a bunch of angels that I work with, and although like I love doing all of those energy things and it feels like so good to be able to bring that to others, I feel like we're in like a weird period of time right now, right? Where like there is this like space of love that's kind of growing like across the world, but then there's also this aspect of fear that everybody's feeling. And so I kind of feel like I'm the bridge. Like I feel like I'm the bridge, like between the magical and the practical. And so I love kind of like taking the things that I do and helping people figure out, well, how can this actually be something that I can use in my life? So I love doing like the sound bowl healings, and I combine that with somatics and physical movement and also energy work so that people can tangibly feel the difference inside their body and get that relaxation and get that release, right? That let it go that everybody talks about, but nobody actually knows how to just let go. So I get to help them do that. But then through the other modalities, the Enneagram and the human design and the numerology, it's like I get to give you like a roadmap and a compass that helps you really, really align and feel into who you came here to be, right? Like,
okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. And then when you're with somebody on a one-to-one, do you get are you able to use your intuition and channel that?
Oh yeah, all of my sessions, even though they're based in like the numbers and other like more concrete arts, if you will, it's all done intuitively. I tap in to the person's energy, obviously with their permission and all of that. But I kind of tap into that, and I'm able to like read into that. And sometimes, who knows, like sometimes grandma will pop in, or some of their own spirit team will pop in, and that helps to guide me. But depending on like where they are on their woo meter, like it depends on how I choose to share that with them. For some it feels good to have that like grandmother's hug and that warmth and support, but for others they just want to know that like that they are seen, that they are heard, that they matter, that they have value, right? So it really is just about knowing that client and understanding kind of where they are in that.
Yeah. And you never know when that will come through. I mean, I get it occasionally just when I'm working with somebody, and you can feel the energy so much that it's palpable.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's sometimes I'll go, oh, I really got to say this.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have any permission to say this coming through? And then I go, I have no idea what that means. And they're going, I know. And it's like, okay. But I never tell anybody I do that, because I don't know when it's going to come.
Right.
I haven't, you know, trained in it and studied in it. I just like go, oh, this is happening now.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I will typically, like at some point in my one-on-ones, I'll ask if they want me to like pull a card, and if they want to kind of have, like, a lot of times it's a nice way to sort of close a session with just pulling a card that kind of reveals like where they are and how they're being held and supported and things like that. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful too. I love doing that. I love my cards. As well. So fun.
You would absolutely love the conferences that I go to. There are so many people who do similar work.
Oh, I love it.
And in the evenings, there's like sometimes people bring their drums and things like that, and it's and it's really interesting. And then like they do some sort of like channeling and things. So because it's it's all fascinating, and it's like I love it. I've always been fascinated by it.
Me too.
It's and I personally believe in souls. I know it's not everybody's bag, but when I always ask my clients, because I draw this particular diagram, do you believe in souls? And sometimes they say no, and I go, okay, so I just go, well, it's self then.
Exactly. Yep. That's how we change the lingo. Yeah.
They know not to go down the whole, that way. But otherwise, sometimes they go, oh yeah, and and then I can be a little bit more that way, because we adapt to our clients.
Exactly. Yes.
So tell us, Vicki, you've got some exciting things going on. Tell us, share. What you got?
So yes. So tonight I have a beautiful somatic movement and a full energy clearing and sound bath coming up. It's called Tiny Rituals. So that I'm sure that Claudia will be happy to share. I think I'm going to have another one coming up in December. I don't know. People are like, oh, I really want one in December, just to help me with that December energy, right?
Holly Springs. Okay. Yeah. So anybody who's watching this, so anybody who's local to our area, so it's so Holly Springs, and I know you've got some other ones coming up, because this is going out tomorrow. I know we're recording it now, but it's the tonight one. But if you do another one, how can people find out about all the things that you do? You're going to give me your website. Do you put
absolutely
everything on your website when you have?
I do. Yep, everything is in my website. All of the things, and even some fun card spreads if that's your jam too. I create some of my own intuitive card spreads. So,
what do you mean by that? Tell me.
I get downloads like all the time, and sometimes I am inclined to create like tarot spreads, but you can use tarot cards or oracle cards. But it really has to do with like the collective. I do put out a numerological energy report every Monday. They're called Midday Monday energy reports on my Instagram channel. And so sometimes as I'm doing that, I will get downloads for the collective. And when I do that, I will oftentimes put them in a card spread and kind of share them and share them out.
Will that be on your website?
Also, all my card spreads are on the website as well.
Oh, cool. Okay. So now we know that, and I'll put that. So that's okay. Love it. That's fascinating.
And do you want me to share my website here? You'll put it in the notes.
No, I'll put it in.
You'll pop it in the notes. Perfect.
The notes for everybody.
Perfect.
So what's next?
So the next big thing is I'm working right now on this like beautiful group coaching container for couples who are either newlywed or premarital. The idea is to create this beautiful community where or even the men in the group are like, okay, cool, there's dudes here, like we can do this. Where we create this beautiful community of like love and honoring each other and building these super strong foundations together. So there is that. And I will share that I just recently got ordained as a minister. So I can even perform those ceremonies at the end, like should they not have a church affiliation or whatever, just want somebody who kind of knows them really well. So be able to do that.
Yeah, I love it. I'm an ordained minister. I did my first wedding last year. Not many people know that at all, actually. So now they do.
I had no idea.
Well, I don't tell anybody because it's like I did it just to cover myself for like if I do havening on anybody and they want
Yeah,
to do it on it, it's the hands to touch license.
exactly.
So anyway,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes. No,
So good, but I love that then they get to know you because then there's a
yeah,
whole story around it, and then
exactly.
they get married by you, and
Isn't that beautiful?
oh, I think that's
Yeah.
so sweet, and you're so lovely, and you've got so much and good energy around you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me in. I love this little group, and you are fabulous as always. I do any chance I get to spend in Claudia's energy, like I just suck it up because she's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Well, we both are. We all are. We're all wonderful. There you go. Spread the love. Put it out there to everybody.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to finish there because we've gone over. But thank you so much for coming on, and everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day. And as I said, I'll be sharing this information because she's got a lot to offer, and I think you'll love it. So it makes good Christmas gifts as well,
It
actually.
does. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Thank
So,
you so much for the invitation. I so appreciate it and loved being in your energy today, Claudia. Thank you.
and you too. So everybody, it's goodbye from me, Claudia Ricard, and it's goodbye
Bye.
from Vicki. There you go. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.